American Independence Day, July 4th. Resist the British throwing tea at sea. Tensions between the British and Americans escalated as the British sought to exploit American goods through taxation/stock. Contents of the topic: American Independence Day. How do Americans celebrate Independence Day? Why is Independence Day celebrated on the 4th of July? What is the relationship of the Statue of Liberty? July 4th, also known as American Independence Day, is America's largest and longest observed national holiday. Americans in all states celebrate fireworks and barbecues. But its celebration took other forms in the past, including alcohol and live lead. In this report, we review the history of the most patriotic day in the American calendar. American Independence Day. It is a day when America's independence from the British Empire is celebrated. It is a federal holiday in the United States, commemorating the adoption of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776. In 1775, the 13 colonies that were then forming America declared war against Britain for independence. The British have been inhabiting America since 1587 and taking advantage of its resources like tobacco and tea, according to The Sun. Tensions began to escalate between the British and Americans, as the British government sought to achieve its own financial gains, and continued to exploit American goods by imposing taxes on them. Amid these tensions, Samuel Adams, one of the founding fathers of the United States and president of the Sons of Freedom, and his men boarded 3 ships at Boston Harbor, throwing 342 boxes of tea on board in the water. This incident became known as the Boston Tea Party in 1773. Other violence also arose, due to tensions over the taxation of tea and other products. One of the major events that sparked the American War of Independence is the Boston Tea Party. How do Americans celebrate Independence Day? The 4th of July celebrations took different forms over the centuries. In Bristol, Rhode Island in 1777, soldiers were firing 13 guns this morning and in the evening. To celebrate it, in 1778, George Washington, who was then the chief of the Revolutionary Army, doubled his soldiers' share of rum, due to the celebrations. Today, fireworks are one of the most popular ways to celebrate Independence Day. Fireworks displays are held in every major city, and the White House also organizes a fireworks display in the Southern Park. In general, many spend the 4th of July with family and friends, eat grilled meat, and watch fireworks and parades, while surrounded by large quantities of things that carry stars, red, white and blue stripes. Why is Independence Day celebrated on the 4th of July? Celebrations are held on July 4th of each year, because Congress officially adopted the Declaration of Independence on that date in 1776. Before that, Richard Henry Lee had submitted a motion for independence, was put to a vote on July 1, 1776, and 12 of 13 colonies voted for it. Then Thomas Jefferson, who later became President of the United States, formulated the formal Declaration of Independence. Although Congress adopted it on July 4, hence the day of the celebration, the bill was not actually signed until about a month later on August 2. New York colony residents had to approve it, which they did on July 9. Then the drafting of the law on a manuscript in a manner that could be read took an additional 2 weeks. What is the relationship of the Statue of Liberty? In the heart of Ellis Island, a statue stands, which has become one of the most important tourist attractions in America, but rather its icons and symbols, so it promotes itself using the symbol of the Statue of Liberty. In 1875, the French artist, Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, carved the statue, with the assistance of engineer Gustave Eiffel, specifically in October 1886 AD, when France was to gift the United States the statue, which later became its symbol, on the occasion of the centenary of the American Revolution. France dedicated the statue during the reign of U.S. President Grover Cleveland, and the statue was considered to be the tallest structure in New York City. Since then, the statue has been erected on its site in New York Bay, 600 meters from Jersey City, and its area is estimated at approximately 49,000 square meters. The statue was stored in 214 boxes after it had been dismantled to 350 pieces, until the design of the huge base that would carry it was completed. The Statue of Liberty symbolizes liberalism, embodying the woman freed from the chains of slavery and tyranny, and who was thrown on the edges of her feet, holding in her right hand a torch symbolizing freedom, and carrying in her left hand a book engraved with letters in the Roman language, which is the date, July 4, 1776, date for the Declaration of American Independence.